Alright, hi guys, welcome back to another instalment of the Harley Davidson on Bikes, Baits and Bits. We've had a look at it and the videos are getting a little bit on the long side, so we're going to try and cut down what we've put in just to keep it easy to watch for you guys. So today we've got one caliper still to strip, clean, get working. So we're going to do that. We've got the brake pads here so we can fit those both sides, but the other thing we want to do is just measure all the fittings up for the brake hoses and stuff. So we might, there's several different variants for Harley apparently, so we can measure up the brake lines so we can order new brake lines. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Okay, alright, we'll get this caliper and fittings off. That looks to be like an AN fitting. Right, we'll drop the top one out just so we can swivel it down. Must remember there's a nut in the back of there. Right, set him down. It's way too big.
What's it between?
Oh no. Six-sided socket is your friend. So we'll order some new ones of these. See what state this one's in. Yeah, exactly the same. I don't know if that will focus on that, will it?
You come a bit closer. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, that's just about focused on it. Best you're going to get.
Yeah, as you can see, that's nicely blocked up as well, same as the last one was. So we'll clear it out for now. Right. So we just undo this while we can. Okay, we need to measure in, and then we'll undo the bottom one of these. Come on, get in. Apart. Squiltions. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of corrosion on the pins again, as you can see. So we'll clean those up. It looks once again like there's a fairly new piston in there, because normally they're well dirty compared to that. So we'll say the pins have been the trouble. So we'll clean those up and then change the pads. Right. We've just had a look at the bleed nipple. We can confirm that is a 3/8. The other thing we need to do is the use of one of these, which is a thread gauge. So I don't know if you can, how well we can make you see this, but as you can see, that is a 24 TPI.
Can you bring it?
Just so there, I don't know if you can see that as 24 TPI. The number is 24G, which is threads per inch. So we now know that's a 3/8/24. So we can order new bleed nipples. Don't know if that's the same thread or not. We'll find out in a sec. Yes, that's 3/8 as well. Originally I wanted to change this to banjo, but as you can see there's no real flat surface on there. It's all a bit curved faces, etc., so you wouldn't get a banjo to sit down flat and seal up. But both of these holes are the same thread, so they're both 3/8 for 24. So obviously we're going to have an adapter of some sort for the pipe to go, so we'll probably stick with this style of fitting for the moment. Although this again is either, I would say that's a JIC adapter, which is Japanese Imperial Course, which will fit the fitting that came out of there. Yeah, so it had that fitting in it. So it's all a bit of a mess, but see, that would go in there, that then goes in the caliper. So what we might try and get is an adapter for that thread, and I'll take a banjo in the top. So we've just got some copper slip. We'll just quickly reassemble this. And that will help the pad slide up and down the pins. One there. It does go everywhere, but hey. Right. So 2 pins go in, and we've got the anti-squeal shim, which obviously goes that way, so we'll have a bit of copper slip on the back of him. Like so. He then drops in, and that'll be this pad, so we'll put a little bit on the back of that. Perhaps not that much. You don't want to get it over the friction material, obviously. Yeah, so he's now slid in there. This one goes over the top. Let's put a little swipe of him on there. Right, then we're ready to put the back on. Alright, got another anti-squeal. So he goes on the back of there. Put a little bit on there.
Isn't that your piston one?
They're both the same. Right, so now wheeling back, he goes in there like so. Just put a little bit on that thread, stop that seasoning. There you go, we can now do this up. We made sure we pushed the piston right back. Yeah. So as you can see, it does have nuts go in these recesses. So just be aware of that, because as we found out last week, they do push out really, really easily, especially when you don't know they're there. Alright, let's get them wedged apart. Like so. Let's get them started. Like that. Let's get that crud off of there. Right, so everything's started. Sit tight. Right, I don't know if you can see that. This is the master cylinder end, and this has clearly got a slight taper on it. So this looks very much to be an MPT thread. Can't find the piece of paper, so I would hazard a guess that's 8th MPT. That's coming up at 9.3mm. So we'll check with the Zeus book, and that should confirm that we are in fact 8th MPT. Right. As we want to set this up with just 2 lines between the calipers and here without the splitter box, what we're going to do to measure it, or what we've done to measure it, is if you get a piece of pipe or wire or something like this, hold it against your fit in there, run it to the curve you want. Make sure there is a curve, obviously, because your suspension goes up and down. You just thread that through that way. Be easy on it. So if you say like that's where you want it and that comes where you want it at the top, you just measure that piece with the tape measure. When you pulled it all out straight, obviously keep your finger on the point of the pipe where you've set it for either this end or this end, and that's basically the easiest way to measure your brake pipes. So you've got a measurement, then you can then either get them made up by somebody, or so you can make your own up if you've got the kit. We are going to get some made